So hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Theo. I am a registered nurse currently practicing here in Australia. If you are looking to move from Nigeria to Australia, especially if you're a registered pharmacist, you've come to the right video because you're going to get all the information you need. So yeah, let's hear from my guest.
Hello everyone, my name is Adeoluwa. I'm a registered pharmacist in Australia. I moved to Australia April this year. I moved to Australia on an employer-sponsored visa. There are different visa options for a pharmacist. It's either you go on a 407 visa.
407.
Yes, it's an employer-sponsored visa. You go on a 482 visa. That's also an employer-sponsored visa. That's for temporary. Yeah. So 491, that's the normal 5-year regional visa, then 190 visa. That's the one that comes with PR. Yeah. So you have options for those.
For PR from the get-go. You don't have to be
190. So
I just wanted
to there's pharmacists though. There's retail pharmacists and hospital pharmacists on the skills occupation list, the SOL. Yeah. So they have different
from Nigeria. When you finish from Nigeria, do you have to do a specialty before you can be a community pharmacist, or with your BSc you are fine to apply to any of the skilled those two?
Yeah, with your BSc you can do anyone in Nigeria. Okay. Any area. There's no specialty, there's no specialization. So we opted for we started applying for jobs. Then we are submitting expression of interest for 190 and 491 visa. Yeah, I also forgot to mention one more visa, 494 visa. That's regional employer sponsored visa. That was also for 5 years. So we applied for jobs and all. Then we found job. I don't know, the stuffs that became hard. I don't want to lie here, so I have to say the truth. Migration generally has become harder in Australia.
Not only Australia, like everywhere, UK, everywhere is tough. Even New Zealand is very hard now to travel.
So it's getting tougher now. That time it was during our time it started getting tougher. Because before our time, people were using 65 points to get 190 visa.
Yeah.
Pharmacists were using 65 points to get 190 visa before our time. When it got to our time, then they started looking for higher points, 91 points, 99 points, 95 points, 100 points. So it was getting tough like that. So we just continued applying for jobs. So we got an interview invite from our current employer.
Where did you apply for job? Is it Seek, Indeed?
Yeah, we applied on Seek. We applied on LinkedIn. There are different places we applied. We applied on Jura Jobs.
But you got the job online, right? From one of these
websites? From one of the websites, yeah. I had even got an interview invite before I wrote my English exam. Just imagine.
That's fit. You have fit.
I applied before I wrote my English exam. I had already gotten the interview invite. So I just told them to reschedule it because I was about to write the English exam. So they rescheduled it for me. So by that time, I told my friend to go to apply to that same
employer.
Yeah. So he also applied. So we now got the interview invite at the same time. I got my rescheduled interview invite. He now got his own interview invite for the same people. So we started the first stage. The interview was 3 stages. The first stage was with the remote operations manager. He just wanted to get more information about us and everything. Then he scheduled an interview with the director. And after the director interview, he now scheduled an interview because the company was like in a way that you first do the interview with the director, because the community pharmacy, if any of their stores have opening, they'll just connect you to the store manager there. So you do interview with the store manager there. So we got the same interview for the same store manager, my friend and I. But she needed just one person, so she picked my friend.
And you know the funny thing, you were the one that told your friend to apply to that.
Yes. Yeah, it was funny. I was just looking at God. God, I beg you.
So you say your village people, they follow you. Can you imagine?
Yeah. The remote operations manager told me not to worry, that they will continue to schedule me for interview with other stores. That's not the only store. Yeah, so he now scheduled me for interview with the online pharmacy. So I did the interview with the manager there. So immediately the next morning, like, and the interviews, yeah, that's one thing. The interviews were always at night, 12
Yeah, because of
a.m.,
time
2
zone.
a.m. It
It's
was
our
always
time
hard
zone.
to stay awake at night and everything. And sometimes Nigeria now, Nigeria with
No
the
light.
NEPA, NEPA go start, NEPA go take.
You go use touch.
I go all up like this because
Jesus.
it's trying to even put on the generator, fuel now and everything, all those expenses,
Hey.
Niger life. So we just dey off everything.
Hey.
I was just praying that God I beg you, because the interviews were always at night and all. It was actually stressful. The
And like
interviews
how many
didn't last
interviews
for
did you
long.
attend?
So that's 3 interviews for that same company.
Like in general, before you got your job, how many interviews did you attend?
I think like
Was it
4.
10? Oh, 4.
Yeah, just 4. But
That's
it's this company that gave us the job.
mm-hmm.
But those other people, I just interviewed with them while I was waiting for this company.
Okay.
Or just because it was the time period was long. Like our PT result came out September. The first interview was September. The second interview was October. See, they were 1 month apart. The third interview was November.
Okay, so
Like they
you
were
were
1
not
month
getting
apart.
interviews, but you were still
Yeah,
applying.
yeah. So during that period, that was when I did interview with 2 other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even one of those guys, she was even ready to take me already.
Can you
One of all
imagine?
those other guys. But these guys, they're sponsoring everything. This company. They were
Yeah, so
sponsoring
they'll
everything.
sponsor
So
like yeah.
I was just thinking, I was like weighing my options and everything. So I was waiting for a while, I was waiting for these guys to at the same time. I was just saying, okay, if these guys don't pick me at last, I'll just go for
Go
the
with
to
this
the
one.
owner. Even if she won't sponsor everything, I'll know I'll spend small money and I will shall leave this country. Everything I shall to cover this country.
By fire by force.
Everything is to leave the country. So I was just waiting. So the next morning I just saw the mail, like the sweet mail. The guy just told me it
Yes.
was the operations manager that messaged me. He said, "Oh, Adeoluk, well done." And I just saw that well done. I already knew that okay, it's like this
Yes.
is me.
What did your employer paid for?
But I paid for my visa and my flight
Which
ticket.
visa?
407 visa.
407.
Yeah,
407 on your flight.
yeah.
What else? Did they pay for any accommodation when you got to Australia?
No. They already told me that I had to source for my accommodation myself
Okay, so
and my
just your
living
flight and
expenses.
visa. And to be honest,
No,
that's actually not bad.
it's a lot. The flight was like
Flight is
$1,500 US. That's basically like 117 or 18 Australian dollars. That's a lot, sir.
that's a
And
lot
the
of
visa was not much. Visa was like $250 or $300 or so.
Oh,
The
okay.
visa was not very expensive.
Did you do your visa application online?
No, I didn't apply for my visa myself.
Your employer
My employer did everything for me. Lawyer, they
for
paid the lawyer. Yeah, they paid the lawyer like 3,000 Australian dollars to
and
do
they did
the
you did not do
visa.
anything.
I didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
No
We just
biometric.
sent it.
No
Okay,
biometrics.
yeah, we went for biometrics. We went for biometrics and medicals. That's just what we did
That
for the
in
visa.
Lagos or
Yeah,
where?
in Lagos. Yeah, Lagos.
Do they have other centers or just Lagos?
I think it's just Lagos and Abuja.
Okay. So you do medicals and biometric. That's the only thing you did.
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. But you are lucky. They did your visa for you. So you don't even apply for visa.
Yeah,
If you see me, I want to create my own visa because my plan, no, you have to do it yourself. I did mine myself. That's this way.
they paid the lawyer. They paid the lawyer to apply for us. So
Do you have a contract binding you with this employer?
yeah, for the visa, yeah, there has to be a contract binding for the employer.
How many
It's not
years?
2 years.
Oh, that's not bad, honestly.
Yeah, it's 2 years.
And
So
after
that,
the 2 years, have you started your process for PRO? Because I know you can start. You don't have to wait. Have you still done your EOI? Have you started?
yeah, I've submitted EOIs. I've submitted for Queensland because if you've used up to 6 months in Queensland, you can submit EOI. Like
Okay.
you can submit for South Australia too. I submitted for Victoria. So I've submitted to those.
Definitely, you get one. Definitely.
Only I
And then
don't get.
after
They
that,
have
you're not tied to your employer.
yeah, yeah.
Can I
Not
ask you a
that.
question? Do you have access to Medicare at the moment with your
No,
four?
not now. Yeah, you don't have access to Medicare with 407.
Okay.
It's,
And can you work with another employer, like part-time with another employer? Can you do an extra job with that visa?
the only extra job you can do is within the same company.
Okay. Because I
Cannot
really
do
don't know 407. That's why I'm asking. I know about 482, but I don't know more.
407 is basically is almost like 482.
Okay.
Yeah, the conditions and everything, they are like almost the same.
So are you in regional area?
Yeah, I'm Gold Coast.
Gold Coast is not regional now. Yeah.
It's regional according to Australia.
But do you think that's regional? Like I see pictures of Gold Coast and this is not regional, though.
According to Australia,
do you think it's regional? In my opinion, I don't think it's regional. I've not been. It's not like I've not been, but I have friends that and when they post their picture, I'm like, this is not regional.
I've been to Brisbane. I've been to Brisbane, and I know that Gold Coast and Brisbane they are like almost the same, but they call Gold Coast regional.
Maybe it's just the distance, but I don't think it's actually regional. Anyway.
Well, it's regional. It's regional according to Australia government.
But see, there are some regional you see, and you said you can see that in a region.
Yeah. I have a friend. We moved together from Nigeria too. She also got employer sponsored visa, a pharmacist. She's working in Alice Springs. That's the core
territory. Go.
That's the core rural remote area. So
but hey, not
that's where she got. She had no option. The employer that sponsored her, that's where they wanted her to work.
Anything so not territory. If it's not Darwin, even Darwin. But anything not territory, yeah. But anyways, hopefully she'll get PRO soon and then she'll decide. Some people end up liking it there and then they just stay.
Yeah, that's
honestly, do you know that there's a lot of people that don't know about this pharmacy pathway, and it's actually very sad because owing the fact that people can write exam, like let me tell you, for nurses from Nigeria, you can't write
exam.
It's only one exam you can write in Nigeria, which is the IELTS or the PTE. Every other exam, we have 2 more exams. Like total, we write English, Bosky, and then the NCLEX. Those 2 other exams are not even written in. It's only in Australia.
Only in Australia,
So it's for us, it's almost impossible from. That's why I see most of us
Nigeria, UK first.
So you are so lucky, and the fact that people do not know about pharmacy pathway, I was like, nah, you people are. Anyway, I just hope people will actually utilize this information, and the fact that you didn't use any agent, right? You did all yourself, and your employer helped you. See that is very important because most people, every time you tell them, oh, try and apply, they will say, oh, give me agent to use agent to. Sometimes I feel
you don't need any agent.
Even for me too, I didn't use any agent. I made my application myself. So I always try to encourage people to do it yourself. You save you money. Imagine if you were going to pay your agent 3,000 Australian dollar. You know how much, and that one is even cheap. Do you know how much they charge people? I think they have a contract with your agent. That's why they charge him 3,000.
Yeah, they have a
contract. Very cheap. Normal agency fee, you're saying 8,000 and above. If you check, everybody that is doing it themselves is from 8,000. So imagine now with the exchange rate, how many Nigerians can afford only agent fee 8,000?
Like 8.5 million or something like that.
And then you have to add the visa fees because that's just agent fee. You've not even add visa, flight, and all those. So sometimes I'm just like, if you can calm down, read, and do this process yourself, it is not rocket science. It's something you can actually do. You just have to calm down and do it.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy for you. Can you give us a range? How much pharmacists earn here in Australia? Range. You don't have to tell me exactly what you earn. Just from this to this, like for a newly qualified pharmacist just coming from Nigeria.
Yeah, it is that a pharmacist can only come as an intern.
Yeah.
So after 1 year, you become a qualified pharmacist. So I'm still currently an intern. The intern pharmacy salary is lower than the normal.
Normal.
So interns earn like basically between 56 to 72,000
per
in a
year.
year. Yeah, annually.
That's
in a
not
year.
bad for intern. Let me be honest.
Well, it's low for me.
But that's for intern, and that's just you doing basic job. If you do like overtime, if you do night shift,
There are
evening
penalty rates. If you do evening, like if your pharmacy is a pharmacy that opens in the evening and all, it's more money. Then Sunday is like double the normal rate.
Yeah.
So
for me, I think it's not too bad, and you are just an intern. You're not like responsible. I don't know how it works for pharmacy.
we are not responsible. We are responsible for a lot of things. So
yes, I feel like for me,
work under
nursing
supervision.
intern, if that was sweet. Like, yeah, is when you are now a pharmacist. How what's the range?
Yeah, it's between the lowest you will get will be like 80,000. But you can get as high as 150, 180, 200,000 in a year.
I beg, I will make a go to pharmacy.
Depends where you're working. You can get as high as that. Yeah, I've seen.
You have PharmD?
No, I don't have
or just
PharmD. B-Pharm. Yeah, just B-Pharm.
I don't know. I was hearing that they want to switch Nigeria degree to PharmD at a point.
Yeah, some schools are already doing PharmD in Nigeria, but it doesn't matter. In Australia, it's still the same thing. It's still the same level. You're still on the same level. Yeah. By the time they do the
PharmD is
evaluation,
higher now.
it's still the same. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. There are a lot of Indians that came with PharmD. Still, we are still on the same level. Evaluation is still up to the same thing. Like, it doesn't actually matter at all.
So what's the career progression like, and how have you been enjoying your practice here? Did you practice in Nigeria at all?
Yeah, I practiced. I finished 2019. I did internship 2020. So I practiced for like 3 or 4 years before I left.
Good. Did you do NYSC?
Yeah, I did NYSC.
Do you think for someone that's coming to Australia, is NYSC necessary for your process?
No, it doesn't matter.
But yeah, what's the career progression like? Internship?
Okay. Yeah, internship, registration. Then if you like, you can decide where you want to go. There are different places, different pathways, different careers in different specialization in pharmacy. There's oncology, there's diabetes. You can be a diabetes educator.
I saw that as well. I can just register for the course.
Yeah.
Credentials.
Yeah.
I thought about doing that as well. I see the money.
You can be an HMR, can be a HMR pharmacist. That's home medicines review pharmacist. That one you won't be in one place. You'll be going from home to home, medication review, and you'll be getting your money and everything. It actually pays a lot though. I checked the salary. I was looking at
anything community pays very well. That's one thing I've realized. Like anything healthcare community.
Yeah. Then you can go to clinical research. You can go to the academy. You can
cure for cancer for us, Abi.
His clinical trials are no. You can be a clinical trials pharmacist. There are hospitals that employ clinical trials pharmacists. So you can just do that. You can specialize in wound management. Your own is just wound management. There's actually money in that wound management. I thought it was rubbish when someone told me about it. I checked the salary. So what's all these salaries?
I think community has more money, to be honest. If I'm being honest with you, that number. But just that the risk for nursing per se, I'm not saying for pharmacy, I don't know much on pharmacy, but for nursing, the risk in community is just too much compared to hospital where you have more support. You can always call whoever. But when you in the community, you are mostly like alone.
You have to, especially if you're a pharmacist already, you are like on your own. You do most of the things yourself without supervision. So
that's why they pay you.
Yeah, that's why they pay very well. So there are plenty actually. I was checking them. There are a lot. You can just check it. If you want, you can just Google it. You see different ones. Just focus on the ones that pays a lot. Money.
Okay, so what's your final words?
Just believe that you can leave the country. You can leave Nigeria number one, because Nigeria is actually
Don't say it. We all know.
I don't want to say anything. Let me just keep quiet. What's the news I'm hearing and everything that is happening, I don't know. I don't know where the country is going to, but just believe you can leave the country number one. Then choose the pathway that fits you the most. That's the thing. For example, me, I knew Canada, I will have to go there first before I start doing the conversion stuff. And the conversion stuff is very expensive and it takes a lot of time and reading and studying and all. So I knew Australia was better for me because I can get a job from Nigeria and just start working and start earning immediately. So I decided to choose Australia. So just choose the one that you know you are most comfortable with.
Like, people are very lucky because I know if you were to go to UK, like you already said, it's almost impossible for pharmacists.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
Definitely, Australia is.
Yeah, and it's so expensive. Australia is like one of the cheapest pathways ever for pharmacists. And then
Thank you so
UK
much.
is so expensive. So that's
Do you
what
think it's worth it? Like, I know you now, like, you're not earning that much yet, but do you think the whole process is worth it?
it's worth it too, like mad. You don't know how much I was earning in Nigeria. If you know how much I was earning in Nigeria, it's worth it, like mad, like.
I don't even think, even aside money aside, I don't even think anybody will say it's not worth it coming to Australia. Like aside the money.
I came here, like the light has not gone off since I came here. For example, as in, so it's like that's one thing to know that it's worth it. The life is more better. See, I'm more comfortable. Everybody that sees me now, any like people in Nigeria, when they see me, I feel say, what's wrong with your chicks? Your chicks are only because with the stress.
With the stress, exactly.
Even with the stress I'm going through, yeah. Like I did video call my sister like the first after a month. I just did video call my sister in UK. She looked at this. I'm glowing, no. What's going on? You're glowing. I said, I don't know. I'm not using any cream or anything. It's just my normal self, but as the conditions have changed, the environment has changed. So that's the thing. That's another thing again. Although it was hard for us to adjust to the time zone when we first came here. Like,
yeah,
we were basically sleeping in the afternoon and staying awake all night. So that was what was happening. And my friend had even started work immediately. Me, I didn't start work until after a month I got here. When I first started work immediately, he was always sleeping. And sometimes, a lot of times, we just send him back home. That just go and rest at home. They will send him back home for work. So we had to just get used to it. But after we got used to it, everything is like okay now. We are stable. Let me just say a little bit stable. Let me just say we are stable.
It gets better. Like I don't think even 5 years you'll be like stable. It takes a while to actually fit into a new country.
So we were fitting in quite well. Although when we first started, it was hard for us to adjust to the way they speak. Sometimes they talk so fast that I just
and you know that they think we talk fast. They think we talk fast.
Yeah, they think I talk fast. Anytime I talk at work,
when they talk,
I don't like they didn't hear what I said. I was just looking at
and their accent is so.
If you see a core Australian speak, you won't understand a lot of what they are saying.
True. Like, me even till now, there are things that they'll say. I'll just be smiling. They think I hear, but nothing.
I did a first aid and CPR certificate course recently. The trainer was a core Australian. There's some things he was saying that I didn't even get at all. He was just talking so fast. Oh, you the bad. What's this guy saying?
Honestly, no, their accent is really.
Yeah, the accent is, and they shorten everything.
Yeah, they use so many.
They're so lazy. They're so lazy too.
And then you ask us to write English exam. Can you imagine?
So I thank God, like at least the journey was worth it. Even though it was long. Although you are saying it's not long.
It's not long. Do you know how people are
long in my eyes. I couldn't wait to leave the country. Like I was itching to just leave. It was things were just getting bad and everything. So the heat wanted to finish me.
But it's hot here now. It's hot in Australia.
It's hot, but air conditions everywhere now. It's only when you go outside you feel hot now. Like I was having reactions to the heat in Nigeria.
Really?
Yeah, and there's no light to put on air condition or fan or anything. You have to put it on generator, and you want to continue wasting money on
fuel.
So that's the thing.
Okay, guys, we finally come to the end. I've really enjoyed, like me, even me myself, I'm not a pharmacist, but I've learned a lot, and I've just realized that nothing, we just suffer for nothing. But people are enjoying.
Yeah, the one that suffer the most, too. Pharmacists suffer the most actually for
with
every
this
country.
Australia pathway, pharmacists not they enjoy.
It's just Australia
Now
pathway.
Australia, because I know say
Other
any other
countries is
countries
hard,
they're
it's so
very
hard.
hard. But I'm really happy I got to know this, because I'm going to like make sure any pharmacists I know watch this video, because it's very, very detailed. Thank you so much, because I know I've asked you to come on my life for years. No, not years. Let me not lie. Months. But you've been busy settling in. I honestly, I do understand. But thank you so much for coming. Say goodbye to my viewers. Tell them to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to Nosdale. I've subscribed. I've been subscriber. I've been subscriber, so please subscribe. Help our ministry.
Help my ministry. Make I know what my village.